Last time I talked about when we fall, how do we get back up? And I want to finish with some final thoughts in part 2 of that 2-part series. Good morning. Welcome to your morning cup of inspiration. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, last time we talked about Habakkuk and how he had fallen. He was down and he had trouble getting back up. But he did 2 things. One, he rejoiced in the Lord. He allowed the Lord's joy to be his strength. And 2, he embraced God. And in embracing him, he allowed God's strength to lift him back up. He didn't try to do it on his own. He realized his strength was not enough. And when he did those 2 things, some incredible things began to happen in his life. And I believe they will for your life as well. And so I want to finish the story real quickly here. As we read in the 18th verse, he said, I will joy in the Lord of my salvation. And that literal translation basically means deliverance. So God will deliver us. But beyond that, listen to how Habakkuk finishes this book. And I want to share an insight here. In the 19th verse, it said, the Lord is my strength. And then he says, he will make my feet like deer's feet. Or in other translation, it says hinds feet. And he will make me walk on my high hills or my high places. See, where you are today, when you fell down and got back up, God doesn't want to just get you back on your feet. He wants to take you to higher places. He wants you to climb that mountainside. And that's what he's referring when I make my feet like deer's feet or hind's feet. If you know anything about a hind, it's actually a small red female deer. And what the uniqueness of this animal is that when it climbs mountains and rough terrain, wherever it goes, its hind feet always step or go right in the spot that the front feet went. So you can imagine if your back feet automatically land on that solid footing, you can outrun enemies. You can climb higher in the mountains than most other animals. That's what God's telling us today. We can climb mountains like hinds or like the deer with the hind's feet. He'll make us walk on high places. That's what I'm believing for you today. That if you rejoice in the Lord, if you exalt him and draw your strength from him, he wants to take you places you have never been. So when you fall, get back up. God has great plans for you. Thanks for joining me today for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.